Did you know there are cities that are older than some of the greatest empires? I mean, these places have been around for so long, they probably have better memories than most of us. Today, we're talking about three of the world's oldest cities: Jericho, Athens, and Varanasi. These aren't just places to visit, they're time machines with a few secrets up their sleeves. So let's dive in. First up, let's head to Jericho. This place in modern-day Palestine is often called the oldest city in the world. And for good reason. It's over 11,000 years old. Just to put that in perspective, Jericho was already ancient when the pyramids were still just a wild idea on a papyrus napkin. Archaeologists have found stone walls here that are considered the first fortifications ever built. Talk about being ahead of your time. Jericho also has its share of dramatic history. You've probably heard the story about Joshua and the walls of Jericho. You know, the ones that came tumbling down? It's like the original demolition story. Today you can visit Tel Es Sultan, where the remains of Jericho's ancient walls are still standing. Well, mostly. But here's the real kicker. Jericho has something called the Tower of Jericho. It's over 10,000 years old and made of stone, and no one has a clue why it was built. Was it a lookout tower? An early attempt at a skyscraper? A very ambitious sundial? We don't know, and that's what makes it so fascinating. It's like history's version of an unsent text message, full of meaning, but no one knows what it says. Next, we're off to Athens, Greece. Athens has been around for over 5,000 years, which is a lot of birthdays to celebrate. This city is the cradle of Western civilization. It gave us democracy, theater, and some of the greatest thinkers of all time. Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle all walked these streets, probably debating whether the olives back then were better than the ones now. The Acropolis is the crown jewel of Athens. You've got the Parthenon sitting up there like it owns the place, which, let's be real, it kind of does. It was built as a temple for Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. So basically, it's where people prayed to get smarter and win battles. Talk about multitasking. Now here's a little secret about Athens. Beneath the city lies the Eridanos River. This ancient river was rediscovered during subway construction in the 1990s. Imagine digging for a train station and finding a river instead. Parts of it are now visible in metro stations. So if you're ever commuting in Athens, just know there's a piece of ancient history flowing right under your feet. Try not to spill your coffee in there, it's been through enough. Finally, we're traveling to Varanasi, India. Now, if there's a city that knows how to blend spirituality and chaos, it's Varanasi. It's been a spiritual hub for over 3,000 years. People believe that dying here breaks the cycle of rebirth, which is why so many make a pilgrimage to this holy city. The gates along the Ganges River are where the magic happens. Every morning, you'll see people performing rituals, taking dips in the sacred river, and probably wondering why the water feels colder than they expected. And at night, the Ganga Aarti ceremony lights up the riverfront with music, fire, and devotion. It's like a spiritual rock concert, but with way more candles. But Varanasi has its own mystery, too. There's something called the Well of Knowledge. According to legend, Lord Shiva created this well and filled it with all the wisdom of the universe. The well is sealed now, which is probably a good thing. Imagine the chaos if someone accidentally dropped their phone in there. Locals believe its energy can still be felt, though, making it one of the city's most intriguing spots. So there you have it. Jericho, Athens, and Varanasi. Three cities that are basically the overachievers of history. They've been around forever, seen it all, and still have a few secrets to share. Which one would you want to visit first? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this little history tour, why not hit that subscribe button? Join Legacy Trails for more stories about places that have aged like fine wine, or maybe just old bricks. Either way, I'll see you on the next adventure.